Welcome back to Two Jews, One Gay. I'm Sarah RW.
I'm Samantha Schwimmer.
And this is episode 9. And we're so sorry. We've been gone. A lot has happened. Yeah. And honestly, this had to take a back seat for a second. We've had one episode since our show, right?
Yeah.
I think that honestly took the piss out of us. That was one of the most stressful 24 hours.
Did we recount it in the episode with Nate?
I don't even think so. I don't even think we had done it yet.
I don't even remember. It definitely came out after, but anyway, not worth it. Yeah. But yeah, the show was really fun. It went really well, but it was
really stressful.
Every possible thing that could go wrong.
One of our comics got sick, but she was genuinely sick. Like, there was nothing she could do about it. Our headliner canceled to go to the Writers Union Town Hall in LA. Yeah. So we are pro studio now. We think AI should write all films, TV shows. Yeah. I think the Suits have it right.
Always.
Yeah. But it went off without a hitch. It ended up going really well. It ended up being even gayer and more diverse.
It was so,
and it was particularly lesbian.
Yeah. Super lesbian.
And there was
even Brandon Potter was giving
lesbian. There was only one white man on the lineup. Do you know how groundbreaking that is?
It's honestly, we shattered something.
So we had a rest.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Well, I was out of town. Sarah started a big girl job.
I started a day job is what we'll call it. It's just, I'm not happy to be back. I will say I just got my first paycheck, my first full paycheck. It did, but it's not enough. It's not enough for the time that I'm giving to this place. Yeah. But anyways, such is capitalism. Such is the world that we live in. Yeah. You guys haven't made this thing pop off yet, so
it is really your fault.
It's mostly your fault. Sam, while we were gone, was broken up with and proposed to within 24 hours. Not literally proposed to, but she has a boyfriend now.
I do, yeah. It's a development.
So that was big. That was hard for me too, also.
It was hard for everyone.
Yeah. How are you feeling now being an officially taken woman?
I mean...
The same. No, I think it's not the same.
It's not the same, but it's not as different. I think it's like starting... Like, what I thought would feel different hasn't really, but then, like, there have been, like, little things.
That feel different?
Yeah, where it's, like, communicating more.
Aww. I don't know if anyone's ever picked up on this who didn't already know, like, her circumstance, but we've skirted around her and this guy. Okay, I don't even... It's Frankie Gonzalez of our previous episode. Episode 3, which we weren't even able to acknowledge on the podcast because, honestly, of them. I don't know. But yeah, they're boyfriend and girlfriend now, and we can all breathe, finally.
Yeah, everyone's relaxed.
Except
for maybe him, but everyone's...
I think he's relaxed, too.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, we all needed this.
Yeah.
So that's why we took some... time off.
Yeah.
Also, we were going to have an episode where we went out with Katie Thurston.
This was actually really what happened.
Yeah. We were going to have an episode that was like a vlog of when we went out with Katie Thurston. She invited us to this tequila event. And we were like, wow, we're going out with Katie to this event.
What did you think it was going to be like?
I just thought at least there were going to be, like, people.
I thought there was going to be...
And I thought I was going to be getting served
50
drinks.
to 70 people. And I thought there was going to be drinks on a platter.
Yes.
I thought there would be an opportunity to dance.
Yes.
I thought we were going to have
I thought I was going to be introduced to interesting people.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, like, fun to vlog.
Yeah, I thought we'd get a little drunk and, like, talk about it.
That was the concept. Was, like, we were, like, we don't have time to film an episode this week because, like...
Life.
XYZ thing is happening, but we're both going to be at this, like, influencer party on a Thursday. Like, how fun would it be to, like, dress up and vlog? and
get drunk,
like filmed Jacob trying to hit on women.
Oh yeah, and like our other comic friends came too, and so they thought they were gonna be girls.
Yeah.
We were gonna be wing women, the whole fucking thing.
And we get there,
and it is empty. We get there 2 hours late because we wanted to be fashionably late. It is empty.
Do you think there were people there earlier?
No.
Oh my god.
And
we got there 2 hours late.
For me, the hardest thing about that night was that despite it being empty, all of the servers and bartenders and hostesses were fully dressed up in the theme of the night, which was like air travel.
Yeah. To give people a sense of the evening, there were more people working the event than there were attendees.
Yeah.
And the only attendees that were there were, like, our group of friends, plus Katie,
plus these two random chads.
Yeah, if we're, like, from Ohio, I think, or something like that. I can't remember. I had an event.
Plus Katie's really skinny hot friend.
Yeah. And then, like, a couple other people who we didn't talk to.
Right.
But I had shown up already drunk. Yeah. Because I went to, like, an event before.
A gay event.
Where people kept buying me things. And that was the thing. I didn't pay for a single drink that entire evening.
Like, I like where you're going with this, that if you didn't buy the drinks, it's actually not your responsibility.
It's just, like, if you're gonna, like, yeah. Because at this first event, it was, like, work adjacent. And, like, I had friends, like, buying me drinks the whole time. And, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? Say no?
Right. That would be rude.
And my original plan was, like, I won't drink that heavy at that event. I'll, like, get drunk later. But it just, like, didn't really happen. And, like, I've been trying to cut back on my drinking recently. And so it just was really...
Sam got wasted.
I was so drunk. It was
Sam got
bad.
so
I was,
drunk.
like, really, really drunk. And then we were, like, at this thing. And I was, like, a level of drunk where I was, like, we got there and I was like, I'm ready to dance. Like, honestly, I didn't even need alcohol at the like second thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then there wasn't anything happening, so I was like, fine, I'll just drink.
Right.
So then I had another drink, I definitely did not need that drink.
Was that the one that did it?
I think so. Well, I think there might have been another drink after. But yeah, like, I think if I had just shown up and like just ridden the buzz that I had, like, it would have been different. But then we walked all the way across downtown.
Yeah.
To go to this other bar, and I just, like, wasn't...
A line dancing bar.
And I just wasn't in that headspace. Like, if we had gone to a club and there was, like, normal dancing, I literally think I would have been fine because I just would have started dancing, but I think I had another drink.
Yeah, yeah.
At the line dancing bar because I was, like, again, not the vibe I wanted.
So the line dancing, I don't know if you guys are familiar with line dancing bars, but pretty much all of the people who go, the whole dance floor is people doing the synchronized line dancing. It's very, very pleasing to watch. But if you don't know the dance...
I don't find it pleasing to watch.
Oh, I do. All the girls are so hot.
I just hated it. I just walked in and I was like, ew.
There were a couple of ones that they did a tutorial for and I joined in, but like... You have to come, like, prepared. You really have to come prepared. And the guys there were really weird. Yeah. I had a weird experience where Katie, this guy was talking to me and Katie, and she was like, let's get a drink out of him. Like, let's get a free drink out of him. I was like, okay. And so he bought me and Katie a shot.
The benefactor just made a face.
Yeah, he did, but I don't understand. I'm saving us money. Yeah. This guy, she said, let's get a drink out of him. We got a drink out of him. He got us both a shot. We all three took a shot. And then he's talking to me, and he's, like, pretty drunk. And then he's like, hey, like, I'd love to see you sober sometime. And I was like, I'm not interested. And he was like, then why the fuck am I buying you drinks? And I was like, I don't know, man. He's like, think about it. And then storms off. So...
This is why I hated this bar. It just reeks of vibe.
Also, I feel the need to explain that I'm very, very, I have very strong beliefs that, like, when you reject men in the wild, you have to just say no and not give a reason. To condition men to just hear no. I have a big problem with the whole thing where you have to say, like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Yeah. Because the only way you can get a man to leave you alone is if another man, like, owns you. No.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's, like, so frustrating is, like, there was, like, this guy was so different, but, like, there was a guy heckling me, like, during the open mic by just, like, calling me hot. No, it was, like, Friday night. He was, like, literally just, like, nonstop talking during my set, hitting on me. And I, like, didn't get through my set. And I, like, left the stage, like, frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, part of me wanted to be like, dude, like, my boyfriend is literally outside right now. Like, what the fuck? But then also I was like, even if I didn't have
it would have not been okay.
I would have never been interested in you, and it wouldn't have been okay. And, like...
Yeah, it's a lose-lose. But anyways, so that was that night, and that is why we didn't make the vlog, because Sam had to be taken home.
Well, I literally asked to go home. I was like, I just want to go home.
And it just wasn't, like, a fun night. So Katie Thurston owes us bottle service, she said. And I'm...
Oh, she did say that?
Afterwards.
Wow. I just think that, yeah, it wasn't what any of us thought it would. And then a bunch of people ended up sleeping on my apartment.
Oh my God, I forgot that they all went back to your apartment.
They all slept in my apartment.
And Carlos threw up. Did you know
it's
that?
It's a secret we keep to the grave.
Oh.
Because
you guys are so...
No. It's just because of where he did it.
Your bathroom.
No.
I know. I'm saying, but we didn't have to reveal.
Well, we have to cut it.
Oh my God.
We can just beep it.
Anyway, so Carlos was completely healthy and had a great night's sleep. Multiple people slept over. Was it Frankie, Carlos, and Jacob all slept over? That's so funny.
They all slept over, and it was like...
Were you hungover the next day?
So, first of all, the next day, I had like a huge day.
Yeah.
Professionally.
Mm-hmm.
I had like multiple lobby meetings, and I had like a very important meeting with my boss. And I just powered the fuck through it while there were people wandering my apartment.
Oh my God. Were you working from home?
Mm-hmm. I worked from home, and then like they all were just like...
Around.
Yeah. Just like in my apartment. And then we got lunch. And we were all so hungover.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I like literally my relationship with alcohol has not been the same since that night. Like I can't.
That was like me after.
I found that I can only drink beer. Because I didn't drink. I literally, and it's weird because like I didn't get sick or anything that night. I just was like so. I didn't even like feel like I had to throw up or anything. But I just like. I felt so disgusting that like even like hard alcohol, like any hard alcohol, I've been like really like not wanting. Like I had an old fashioned the other day, and I love old fashions, and I was like, I don't want this.
Wow. Yeah, that's how I was after our big night out.
It's a reset, which is probably good.
I know. I've been also wanting to reevaluate my relationship with alcohol.
Never a bad thing.
I've been drinking more wine lately.
Yeah, that's the thing is like wine doesn't bother me, beer doesn't bother me, like a seltzer doesn't bother me, but like anything that's like
a spirit.
Yeah, like alcohol heavy, I'm kind of like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, so that's our apology. We're sorry.
I'm so sorry.
We're sorry that we've been gone, but we're back.
Also, I felt like you were mad at me for like 2 of those weeks, and I wonder if you felt like I was mad at you. Did you?
No, I didn't know you felt like I was mad at you.
I just felt like everyone was mad. There was like a week where I was like, everyone's mad at me. But then I didn't. It was like a while ago. It was like early May.
Early May? No, I wasn't mad at you in early May.
Thank God.
When was our show?
Early May. But I guess after.
After that?
God, yeah.
Oh. No, I wasn't mad at you.
I can't handle the stress.
No, I'm really bad at transitioning, like, even little things in my life, and I just had a big one about, like, the pace of my life or the rhythm of my life.
Like, literally upheaval.
Yes. And after 10 months of having my life be, like, kind of really just, I can do whatever I want at any moment. But also the financial consequences of that came to a head all at once, so it became dire. And... yeah, so it's taken me, I've been working for 3 weeks now. It's taken me 3 weeks to, like, even feel like I'm returning to some sense of normalcy.
Work is, like, so soul-sucking, even if you like your job.
It's just also, like, between working 40 hours and just, like, making sure I'm not getting in trouble because I cannot be put on another performance improvement plan. Like, I just cannot be told I'm bad at my job again. Because I phoned it in because I don't care, and then people notice. And but
you're doing really good
right now I'm doing well. Well, yeah, but between that comedy, which has been going well, but not from a mic standpoint, just I've been getting good shows lately, so I've been enjoying that. My relationship, trying to get my body to a place where it's healthy and strong. And then friendships have fallen to fifth priority.
I think that makes sense.
My family, I don't even know who they are anymore.
Yeah.
My sister called me out for being a bad maid of honor. And I like kind of gaslit her about it.
I mean, it's a lot to ask.
Well, I'm just like, you're a modern woman.
Figure it out.
I've tried helping you. You have literally ignored my calls, which is fine. But like, she was like, it's actually really sad that no one's asked me what like I want to do about my bridal shower. And I'm like, it's actually not really sad. It's actually okay. And it's actually, you're doing it at $1 million backyard. Where she's doing it is at a mansion. And this guy renovated his backyard for $1 million.
Oh my God. She's going to have a great time.
So, for free. So, relax, bitch. Also, I can't afford all of this, Whitney.
Yeah.
I can't afford your wedding at all. I can't afford...
It's so expensive. Anyway, but yeah, no, I kind of relate to that because, like, the month of May, I felt so overwhelmed. Like, work, I have, like, 2 big things that are coming to an end this week that, like, I've been working on for, like, one of them I've been working on literally since last September, and one of them I've been working on for the past, like, 2 or 3 months. And they're, like, one is happening on Monday, one's happening on Tuesday, and, like, it's going to be such a relief for that to be over. I'm like, so
oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
And then, like, yeah, there was just, like, a bunch of other things happening, and then obviously, like, relationship stuff, and just, like, all over the place. So it's, like, May was just so overwhelming, and I honestly feel like I can breathe for the first time in, like, a long time.
Yeah. It does feel like an exhalation point right now.
Which is good, because we needed it, but...
We did. So we're back for 2 more episodes, and then we're going to leave again. Then we'll come back.
What we're doing... We have a lot of exciting things to announce for the summer.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, you'll still see us.
Yeah.
Just like, we only have,
2 more episodes.
For the season 1.
We're ending at a cute 10.
Which I think is like our brand, like we're an HBO series. We're not
right, exactly. We're not ABC. Thank you. Exactly.
HBO. Or sorry, Max.
Prestige TV is what we're saying.
Prestige.
This took a lot.
I mean, we've come so far.
We have come so far.
But I also, I think one of the things we wanted to talk about today was toxic positivity.
Yeah.
And I think that our approach to this podcast has been the opposite of that, where it's like we've been very like pragmatic about it and like have, I think, really successfully kept it as like a passion project.
Right, instead of like a chore.
Yeah, like this has never felt like a chore.
And I think part of taking a break the last however long it's been has been to prevent us from feeling like that we had just put in a lot of effort. And I think even without ever saying it, we were both just like, it's okay to just take a break right now.
Well, and I think like I never want to feel like I'm phoning this in.
Yeah.
Like I always want to like show up 100% for it. And I think we have, so. Yeah. Anyway, do we want to talk about toxic positivity?
We're sick of it. We're sick of...
Toxic positivity, you're on notice. You're on blast.
Yeah, you are.
It's over.
And if you're one of those people who smiles by scrunching their nose and is just like... You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
You're out of here. Your days are numbered.
Yeah.
No one wants it. I'm not saying that it's cool to be like a negative Nancy and be like a wet blanket to bring down the vibe all the time. That's not what we're saying. We want to love life and we want to practice gratitude and all that stuff. But like being chipper. Yeah.
It's too much.
It's too much.
I think here's my big thing is like I'm always someone where it's like I like to have like people in my life who like at least a couple people in my life who are like hell yeah people. Yeah. Where it's like I like to feel like
I feel like Bianca's a hell yeah person.
Yeah, she is. And not in like a toxic positive.
No, in which just is like
kind of crazy because
there's a difference between toxic positivity and pleasant.
Yes. But it's like there are people in your life. I love having people who are it's like I know I can call them and like they're down to clown. Yeah. And I feel like you're that. Most of the time. Where it's like if I want
there's an asterisk there, and then I know it, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's fair. Yeah. But it's like I think like if like how many times I've been like I really want to go to the mall. Let's just like go to the mall. Yeah. I know it's kind of a dumb example, but like I feel like it's like they're fun. It's good to have people in your life who are like I'm down to do this, like, thing with you.
We're crazy. We go to the mall.
We're, like, sorry that we're wild.
But yes. Or who like, can just, like, hang out, cohabitate, like, vibe.
You will never go. Every time Frankie and I want to go to a casino, you do say no.
Because you say it on Sundays at night when I'm high and tired. I'm just like, no.
We're like, how crazy would it be?
You've never suggested that during the light of day. When you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
that's
maybe.
That's a fair no.
Maybe you guys. I don't care anymore.
This is my biggest problem with most people that I interact with. Which is, like, there's so many people where I don't like them, but it's only because I've never had the chance to, like,
humanize them.
Get to know them one-on-one. It's not even humanize. It's, like, maybe it is. But, like, I'm such a person where it's, like, I have a really, really hard time feigning
connection,
like, intimacy if I do not have it with a person.
Yeah.
Like, I am not the person who's like, oh my God, I love you, without having, like, ever had that, like, chance to, like,
hey, honey.
click. Yeah, like, I'm just, like, I'm not that person. Like, and I know that, like, I'm pretty, like I can be sweet and nice or, like, turn it on when I need to with people, but in general, like, I don't give people a lot of my, like, and I used to give people maybe more, but, like, I think at this point in my life, like, I don't give people my full, like, and you probably, like, notice that.
I've noticed
how, like,
I interact
with
I know
people,
I
like,
get it, but I know other people
I
don't.
give people, like, nothing sometimes, where it's, like, and I just, for me, it really is, like, until I've had the chance to, like, have that, like, one-on-one time with you, and it doesn't even have to be, like, it literally, like, can be, like, there are people where it's, like, I didn't really like them, and then I got brunch with them, or, like coffee with them, or whatever.
And then you're like, okay.
And I was like, actually, I like you a lot. And I think I have to have that, like, one-on-one time to, like, solidify a connection with someone in order to then, like, so I think that, like, with this person, like, I think if we were to, like, hang out one-on-one, like, I actually think that we could become friends. It's just, like, what I really don't like is when people, like, pretend that they're my best friend, or, like, pretend that they know me really well, or even, like, not best friend, but, like, pretend that we have a friendship when we don't. And I think that that's, like, one of my issues with comedy, and, like...
Yes, I was just going to say the same thing.
Like, it's really frustrating, because it's, like, I get it. Like, we're doing this, like, hard thing, and, like, it's such a small community, and, like, we should be nice to each other, and we should, like, create space for each other to, like, be ourselves or whatever. But I think it's, like... just because we do this activity together doesn't mean I owe you my time.
Yes.
Doesn't mean I owe you my energy.
Yes.
And, like, I'm not going to be actively rude to anyone, but, like...
I might.
You can't pretend that we're friends just because we both go to the same, like, place
School.
Every day. Yeah, and it's, like, not that we can't become friends, but I'm, like, don't...
feel entitled to my friendship.
Yeah, or, like, don't cross my, like, boundary.
Right. Well, yeah, there does seem to be this kind of, like, small high school vibe to the scene sometimes, where it's like we all have to be friends and everyone has to be included. Right. And I definitely don't ever want someone to feel explicitly odd person out. But also, if that person is feeling odd person out because of their lack of awareness that, like, they haven't put in the work to cultivate real strong connections with people, then that's another story. But, like, I have trouble keeping up with with my most favorite people in the world. And so then all of a sudden when I learn that there's expectations of my time from, like, others, I'm just like, well, then might as well, like, not even try. You know what I mean? Like, it just, like, I get overwhelmed. Yeah. I've also found with myself, I love strangers. If I don't know you, I will defend you to the death.
That's, like, crazy, because I'm like,
If I kind of know you, I hate you. And if I really know you, I'll defend you to the death. So it's a reverse bell curve. And so it's that weird, like, I know you, but we haven't connected. I probably don't like you that much.
Yeah. It's not personal.
It's not personal. And it's not irreversible.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of examples of people who you've, like,
changed my mind
into
about.
Your heart.
Several.
Yeah.
Several.
Yeah. But anyway.
Anyway, so that's on toxic positivity.
That's on toxic positivity. Do you want to play the game?
Yeah. Now we're back with another
game.
Beautiful game. Mastermind built by the architect Samantha Schwimmer. She really does have a brain for games.
I really do.
I have a brain for puzzles.
Yeah.
But you have a brain for games.
Yeah.
And together, that's very dangerous.
We're powerful. We could win the Amazing Race. If we
Oh my God, or Survivor.
If Survivor happened at a mall, if Survivor took place at a mall.
Is that what Amazing Race is? I've never watched Amazing Race.
Amazing Race is like you have to travel all over the world. It's not
all over the world?
Yeah, I think so. I've never seen it, but that's like the vibe I get. But anyway, if Survivor was like, you have this budget and you have to like survive at a mall, I could win. I know mall geography so well.
You're good at malls.
I
you really love the Fashion Valley Mall.
I love the Fashion Valley Mall. I love the UTC Mall. Honestly, I just love a mall.
I love UTC Mall too. I haven't been there in so long.
I love every mall. It's like it's honestly kind of off brand for me because I like actually rarely buy clothing.
You're such a consumer.
And I like but it's like I rarely buy.
We need to have a True Foods moment again.
Oh my God, I just love, there's like something so comforting about the mall, and I think it literally was because when I was in middle school, it was like the only thing I could do. Because like my parents both worked full time, and so my mom would literally like drop me off at the mall to like hang out. Sometimes with friends, sometimes by myself. Like I literally, like it was all I had.
It's just like.
There were literally days where I would spend like all day at the mall.
Wait, we're unearthing, like, you start crying.
So,
the quote, there were some days where the mall was all I had.
And then, like, not even to buy things.
No, it's
like,
funny.
literally not even to buy. Like, I would, like, go hang out. Just, like, browsing.
Mom? Nah. Mall.
I love a mall. I do love a mall.
Babe, can we go shopping? Thank you. So we have a game.
It's called Flop or Slay.
Or Nay or Slay.
Or Nay or Slay. Slay or Nay.
Slay or Nay.
We couldn't decide what sounded better, but anyway.
It's called Cum or Queef.
Cum or Queef.
Okay.
So the first one, corporate pride.
Corporate pride. Okay, here's the thing. If they weren't doing it, it would be a queef. It would be a flop.
I'd be so flop. Here's the thing. 2020, you asked me corporate pride, I say flop. You know what I mean? It was like, then it was like so performative. It was like,
and it was also Black Lives Matter.
2023, I'm like, if you're not doing corporate pride, do you like hate gay people? Like, it's kind of scary. Like how, and like for work, like I track a lot of the like rhetoric and like actions that these like anti-LGBTQ people are taking, and like the Target thing is like so late. Like all of these organizations were like or like the Bud Light of it all, and like
the Bud Light of it all,
where I'm like, all these corporations that were like, and this is why I still think corporate pride is a flop, and I'll get to there, but like all of them have over the past like 5 or so years like increasingly built like pride or like LGBTQ creators like into their like brand, and like Target for the first time ever like actually when they did their launch, it was like, oh, actually this is really cool because they partnered with like queer artists. It wasn't just like, oh, we're gonna put shit on a t-shirt and say we like pride. It's like, no, they actually like were uplifting community members, and then they walked it back because they got backlash.
Major. Have you seen on Twitter like now people are trying to buy pride things and they get the like do not sell like kind of thing at like the self-checkout. Like it is so weak. It is so weak.
And,
like people who are like kind of like libertarian-esque but like maybe like don't hate social issues will say things like, well, like the market will decide. Like the market will correct for bigotry and stuff like that, and like it doesn't. Like they almost and then the second there's dissent from loud assholes, they just walk it back immediately.
And that's my problem with corporate pride is like, yes, I think it's good for like visibility's sake, but like at the end of the day, like corporate pride was always about capitalizing off of like queer people and
the popularity.
Like, and like that it was kind of trendy in many ways because it was like culturally cool for a minute, and like maybe it still is, but like they were capitalizing off of that, but there was no actual like allyship or like solidarity, and it's like if you're willing to abandon it the first time someone comes after you, like
and like
weak.
I would be interested, like, what are you guys doing for queer youth? Like the people, right? Like more than, you know, having like a rainbow logo on your Twitter, I'd be interested if you were celebrating Pride by helping the people within the community who are the most at risk. So, and that and you guys aren't doing that. So
corporate pride flop.
Corporate pride flop, but also no corporate pride
Also flop. You can't win.
Next one, George Santos. You think he's a slay?
I want to say slay.
I know you want to say slay. I can tell on your face.
Only because it's like, I'm sorry. Okay. Ugh. It's like so annoying because I'm like, this is fun. And I feel sometimes this way about Trump.
Okay.
Where I'm like, I wish we could find this funny.
Oh, right. Where
I'm like Trump is worse. Like Trump is
way worse. Santos has like no power, really. Yeah. Like a little bit, but not really.
But I'm like, I wish it's almost like annoying because I'm like these like people who should just be like clowns. Like we can't laugh at them because like we were perpetuating their like dangerous ideas, which I don't want to do. But I'm like, George Santos is fun. Like it's funny.
It's like you're being pulled between like the absurdist in you who just like this is all like, so
how
random.
Did he even fucking get elected? Like that's insane. It's insane that like the Dem running against him didn't do any Oppo research. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
And then being pulled in the opposite direction, which is like this is also our life with very real consequences. Yeah. The fact that we're like letting this happen time and time again. That type's a flop. But George Santos, here's what I'm a fan of. You know what? This is the age of the fraud. And honestly, if you can fraud your way to the top, do it. I mean, there'll be consequences probably. Yeah. But like...
Anna Delvey, Fireflies.
People are already pro Elizabeth Holmes again.
Yeah.
Jen Shaw.
They're in jail together.
But I'm just like, he totally... Like, this guy has spent his whole life creating identities.
Yeah.
And
he's the shapeshifter.
He made it work for him. Yeah. And now he's wearing one sweater at a time.
I mean, his days are numbered. Like, he's gonna get...
He flew too close to the sun.
He flew so close to the sun. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So, honestly, slay.
Yeah.
Slay besides, like, the fact that...
Slay besides the consequences.
Yeah. Slay besides... If in a vacuum, George Santos is a slay.
Like, if it was a movie...
We would slay. Like, Tanya Harding. Like, obviously, Tanya Harding wasn't in the right, but we're on her side in that movie.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Slay.
Hanukkah.
Slay.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Hanukkah. It's 8 nights. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. To be like...
It's an event. It's like an Indian wedding.
Actually always bothered me, and I know you probably didn't feel this way based on things you've told me, but like it actually always... And I still to this day feel this way. There are like a lot of Jews who are like, I know that our holidays aren't as good as like Christmas or Easter. Like...
Apologists.
That has always bothered... Like, yeah, people who are like, we know that Christianity is more fun. No. Like, I am so ride or die Jew. Like, I'm like, Judaism is the most fun religion. I don't care. Like... I'll defend it to the death. Like, everything about Judaism is fun. And if you're not having fun doing the religion, that's your problem because it is fun.
No, I agree.
Like, even Yom Kippur, you can make fun.
Yeah, I agree with all of the above. The only difference is I romanticize Christmas.
Yeah, and I don't. Because I'm like, who cares? I also, like, as a kid, wanted so badly to be, like, different.
Right.
That was like a big part of my thing. I was like, I don't want to be.
I wanted to just be a little bit normal.
I wanted to march to the beat of my own drum.
Yeah,
It's amazing. I'm not a pick me.
I wanted just a little bit of stability and
which makes sense.
Connection with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But no, Hanukkah's a slay. Yeah. Hanukkah's great vibes.
Also, like latkes are delicious.
The story's great. Rugrats. Hanukkah movie special is great.
Yeah, I like the color scheme.
The Maca
Better
Babies.
than red and green, to be honest.
Yes.
It feels more wintry to me. I actually I like the colors red and green, but not together.
Right.
Not together.
Gambling.
Oh. Yeah, there's gambling.
I like gambling.
There's good storytelling.
I love whenever we beat. Was it the Persians?
There's a lot of.
No. Or was it the Greeks?
It's not the Persians, because the Persians is, Purim.
Right, it was, like, the Greeks.
Yeah, it's the Greeks.
It was the Greeks.
But it's also, like,
I love when we beat the Greeks. Yeah, about perseverance.
Like, yeah, beautiful. Okay.
And about war.
The WGA strike.
I flop. Listen, my heart and my brain are going in two different directions on this. Okay, on the real... I want them to get more because it is a career path that I hope to one day take. And AI is super scary. Yeah. And I think this is really important for writer IP. And, like, I already think that we, as creatives, like, need to find a way to, like, protect all of the language that we put out into the world.
That's, like, the thing is, like, ultimately, like, even though it's about this, even though it's, like, AI for writers right now, like, this will have, like, ripple effect consequences for, like, every industry. And, like, AI sucks. AI sucks. And, like, we have to destroy.
Yeah. So, slay, but annoyed that it's affecting, my life. Annoyed. Well, but what will happen is that great reality TV will come out of this.
Also, I think for us, like, ultimately, like, people who, like, do, like, love writing and, like, have writing aspirations, like, hopefully it'll benefit us. Also, I am going to be in LA soon, and I'm, like...
Where are you going to LA for?
Just for the day next week.
Why?
Drive it off.
Oh, with Frankie? Just to explore?
Yeah.
Are you going to stay for, like, a mic?
I don't know yet. We haven't, like, planned it out.
Fun.
Yeah.
LA's great. Where are you guys going to go?
He has, like, something that he has to, like, do while we're there, and then I'm going to, like, hang out for a bit, and then we're going to, like, probably go see a show or something, or I have to plan out the day. There's actually a really good Israeli restaurant.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
The Unabomber.
The Unabomber?
Mm-hmm.
Flop, right?
Okay. I thought flop.
He's dead.
I thought yeah, he died by suicide this week. I thought flop, but then I stand by flop. But, like, all of these people on Twitter are like, Slay.
Why?
Did he become a cult hero? That's what I was gonna ask you. I was like, I kind of missed the moment. I missed
the moment too.
Everyone was like, people were says no. Benefactors. A lot of people on Twitter were romanticizing him yesterday. And they were like, Slay. They didn't say Slay, but that was the underlying no.
Why is his manifesto, like, trending?
Because I don't know, but people were, like, praising him. It's so weird.
Oh, he's Harvard graduate.
Yeah, he is. That just shows you. I really overrated.
Here's the problem with the common trends. People just love a skinny white guy no matter what he did.
Yeah.
He's skinny and white and brainy.
I know. I also think that people love to, love the concept of an anti-hero, but, like, don't understand what an anti-hero actually
We're
is.
not okay.
The Unabomber's not an anti-hero.
No, they were romanticizing Ted Bundy. Like, we're not okay.
Girl.
No.
You need help.
And it's women, right? It's white women?
It's all, yeah, mostly.
Mostly white women?
Mostly white women, yeah.
It's
so weird.
Let's like, there's, like, glorified Trisha Paytas. Like, there's a lot of anti-heroes out there, like, that haven't committed murder.
That we know of.
Like,
if someone was like Trisha Paytas murdered, then I believe it.
Honestly, well, and she probably would have been justified. Honestly, if you're going to glorify the Unabomber and Ted Bundy, put your whole pussy into it and glorify Casey Anthony. Oh, you won't because she's a woman?
That is so true.
Internalized misogyny,
these people
bitch.
really do hate women murderers.
Yeah.
But then they're, like, so quick to,
they're like, daddy. I'm like,
I just hate
because he's blonde?
And I'm just like, no, to all of them.
Yeah, agreed. So, I'm flopped for the Unabomber.
I agree. Trump's second indictment.
Slay.
Yeah.
This one, I've been reading about this one a lot.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's also funny. Have you read the, like...
Yes. Yes, dude, how he's just a fucking
he's just,
idiot.
Like, it's so dumb. He's like, oops.
He's like...
We should probably
move the boxes again. Also,
yeah, it's, like, bad.
I really like that a grand jury had to listen.
Oh my god, so funny.
This.
All the, like, recordings and shit.
Yeah.
So funny.
I love that just a jury of his peers had to do this.
Yeah, and that he's, like, actually gonna have to, because, like, for the other case, it was, like, just New York charges, and, like, he appeared over Zoom. Mm-hmm. But I think he has to go in person.
He has to go in person.
Which is crazy.
The scary thing, though, is, like, 3 hours after he was indicted, he had a rally.
Oh,
and the messaging, which is brilliant, whoever his writer is brilliant. The messaging is, just remember, they're not coming for me. They're coming for you, and I'm standing in the way.
Right.
And that is such brilliant messaging for the little idiot chickens that are obsessed
and there's
with
gonna
him.
be, like, a huge rally the day that he's, like, in court
and
that they've planned.
I don't know if you guys remember the last time this happened.
There were also, like, literally people outside of, like, Disneyland who were, like, in Nazi outfits and shit. I was like, Yeah, Hitler famously went to jail.
Hitler went to jail?
Before he rose to power.
Oh, right.
He wrote Mein Kampf.
Right. Oh, yes.
And it's just like,
So did Fyodor Dostoevsky.
And honestly, here's the thing. It's like, Donald Trump will never be as scary to me as Ron DeSantis or, like, some of the other people. Because, like...
It's so bad, the pool that they've cultivated.
Yeah.
You cannot throw a dart into the Republican presidential race and not land on a transphobe, homophobe.
Yeah.
Like,
that's really
explicitly.
Bad. That's really, really bad. It's, like, actually not. It's going to be really... the next year is just going to be hell. I'm actually, like, really worried about, like, Pride this year.
Being violent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just, like, things... Because it's, like... Again, like, for work, just has been tracking, like, the anti-LGBTQ movement in San Diego. And it's, like, really there are some crazy fucking people.
Yeah.
There are some crazy fucking people.
No, I've been seeing on Twitter, they're like, wow, this Pride really has the we want them dead vibes. Yeah. Like, it's not the same as just, like, don't make out in front of me. That's disgusting. It's like, we want you dead.
And that's, like, the thing. It's, like, it was, like, like, a couple years ago, there was a big, like, no kink at Pride thing, which then, like, really, and a lot of people were like, yeah, I get it, because, like, family friendly. But then, of course, it, like, immediately becomes, like, no Pride, period.
Yeah.
And it's, like, you can't, like, give up. You can't, like, appease, like, well, a lot of people try to, like, appease the conservative narrative.
Yeah.
Or the right-wing narrative, and they'll be like, no, we're not doing that, we're doing this, but it's like, no. An attack on part of it is an attack on all of it. You can't, like, give them anything.
No.
You have to, like, stand firm.
And also, like, it's gonna be like any other, like, event. There's gonna be people who are, like, weird. Yeah. Or not weird, but there's gonna be people who interpret the event certain ways, and there's going to be people who interpret it the other ways. And if you're worried about your kids seeing scantily clad human beings, don't take them in public because that is a risk whenever you walk out the door.
Right.
Growing up in LA, I saw so many dude dicks just on my way to school.
There's also, like, a difference, and this is, like, something that gets lost in conversation all the time. There is a difference between, like, grooming children or, like, exposing children to, like, explicit content and, like, normalizing sexuality for children. Like, there's nothing wrong with kids knowing that, like, sex and bodies exist.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if anything, it's, like, good for kids to be exposed, like, at age-appropriate stages to, like, the fact that we have bodies.
Intimacy.
And those bodies can be naked. And, like,
what healthy intimacy looks like.
Not creating all of these, like, taboos around sexuality and, like, understanding, like, that's an adult thing or whatever. That's not even an adult thing, but, like,
that's something it's also, like, it's something we're allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
Like.
And that doesn't, and actually that's, like, not only is that not grooming children, that actually often equips children with the tools to speak out when, like, they are experiencing sexual violence. Where it's like, if a kid, like,
they don't have the language to
if a kid is being, like,
it.
molested or groomed and they don't know what it is, like, that's part of how those structures of violence are allowed to exist because kids do not know what is happening to them.
Yeah. And also, another thing is that children are often already sexualizing themselves. Yes. I don't think if you guys realize this. I'm outing my sister. When she was 5 and I was her nanny for a summer, she was masturbating. Like, full on.
Which is super normal.
Super normal. Like, just like she found a way where she could, like, move her body and have it. Right. It was important to, like, acknowledge that was what was happening.
Right.
To let her know that was totally normal to have found that out about your body and to want to do it, but also contextualize it and say, but this is something we do when we're in the bathroom or in our bedroom all alone.
Yeah.
And, like, her learning, like, it's not something to be ashamed of, but it is something that should be private. Yeah. Like, that all, I think, was extremely valuable. And if I was of the mind, like, oh, deny. She might be fucking dry humping something at 10 years old, now starting to go through puberty, where it's way more problematic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they're already doing it to themselves is what I'm saying.
It's just, like, our culture is so prude, and we're just, like, becoming more prude, and we're letting the prudes win, and why?
Yeah, I agree.
I hate it.
I also understand how scary sexual violence is for children. And that, like, I get why people are afraid of that. That is something we should definitely be vigilant about, but not at the cost of being normal.
And then it's also like,
people.
and then they're never able to what? Like, you're never able to have a sexual relationship with your body. You're never allowed to, like, have any comfort in your own body.
And then when is that line?
When is if you have any, like, feelings of sexuality whatsoever in any way and you're not under 18, which is an arbitrary, then, like, you're wrong.
And then at 18, all of a sudden, you're supposed to have this adult...
that just, like, switches and you're supposed to know what to do.
Adult relationship with these things. Yeah. So stupid.
Insane. Anyway, that's a
flop.
Keeping government secrets in your bathroom.
Slay.
That's a slay. That part of it is
I
funny.
can relate to him being like, and this is the attack that I ordered on. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand wanting receipts.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Screenshots of like, you're like, I did that.
I did that.
Like, yeah. I just think he's stupid.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I just watched the... You have a night twitch? Or stressed?
No, I think I just opened my eyes too wide.
What's her name? Reality Winner?
Oh, yeah.
I'm team Reality Winner.
Really? I haven't seen it yet.
I'm also team Sydney Sweeney, who plays reality in it. But, like, she was doing some research.
The person
and
who directed it went to my college.
What college was that?
That doesn't matter.
What? No, wait,
I forgot. I've been wearing this sweatshirt a lot this week.
Bowdoin.
Yeah, I went to Bowdoin.
But anyways, I'm team I'm team printing out documents.
Keeping receipts. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree.
So slay.
Birthday parties.
Flop.
I've been to so many birthday parties, and I have more to go. Who knew that so many babies were born in the month of June? But, like, I went to a birthday party on Wednesday. I went to a birthday party on Friday. I went to a birthday party on Saturday. And then I was supposed to go to a second birthday party on Saturday that I, like, literally couldn't go to because I was like, if I go to another birthday party, I'm going to lose it.
Does that mean people are having sex in September?
I don't know. I was like, is it, like, a Labor Day thing? Like, everyone's fucking on Labor Day?
Or just, like, it's starting to get cozy.
June. Yeah, I guess.
If you don't live in San Diego.
But it's, like, last gasp of summer. Like,
you're tan.
Fuck.
Yeah, everyone's tan. That's what it is.
I just know so many early June, late May birthdays, and I'm like, what? What's in the water?
No, I'm over birthdays. Like, if you make it easy to celebrate your birthday, I'll do it. I like celebrating people. I don't like all of the expectations that come with birthdays, whether it's your own or other people.
I agree.
Unless you're a child. I think you should make birthdays for children magical.
I'm, like, really a control freak about my own birthday. Like, and that's, like, and you know, like, I think you saw this, where it's, like, I just plan it.
Yeah.
Because there have been years where I've, like, let other people try to plan it, and I will always be disappointed. And so I just take it into my own hands, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. Like, I made, like, a dinner reservation for, like, my birthday. Yeah. I planned, like, my party.
I hosted it.
Yeah, because you're an angel. But
that's
birthday parties are... Here's the thing. Like, also, do you... Like, are you supposed to bring presents?
Here's my thing. Since I've become poor, like, I've released myself of the expectation that I have to make bad financial choices to fill this arbitrary thing. Yeah. When I had money, I was so pro presents.
Yeah.
I think presents are such a lovely thing to do. I don't... What? I bought you presents.
Yeah, I mean, I'm laughing.
Why? This isn't funny.
It's supposed to be funny.
This part isn't funny. This part is dead fucking serious.
Well, I finally laughed, and you had to point it out.
I like buying people presents, but if you don't have the money, don't buy presents.
Yeah, I feel like also presents, it's like, sometimes just getting a card is really nice. Like, I've been doing that. Like, I happen to these parties that I've been going to, for the most part, I've been getting presents, but I haven't been spending that much money.
Did you get Mel a present?
Yeah.
Did you get Pablo a present?
Yeah.
Did you get Kylie a present?
Yeah. Well,
this is why people like Sam more than me. Well, among many reasons.
To be fair, Frankie and I did joint presents. And we split up who bought which ones.
Oh, that's cute. First couple gifts.
Yeah.
Well, most of Kylie's presents are in my car, so she doesn't care. So good job, I guess. They are in my car. Did you get her the socks?
No.
What did you get her?
I didn't bring it to the Friday night.
Oh.
I brought it to Saturday.
Oh, that's sweet. Was that fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
Pat Robertson dying. Slay.
Slay.
Jews saying rest in peace about Pat Robertson.
Yeah, that was his names. APAC honoring Pat Robertson. Flop.
Big flop.
That's so embarrassing.
That is
to be
so
like,
embarrassing.
Oh, because he liked Israel. But he didn't like Israel. It's just like he thought that evangelical Christians were supposed to end up in Israel.
Right.
And, well, no, it's not Jews have to
be there for the Messiah to
be
return.
there to be for the, yeah. And then the evangelicals get to be there. Whatever.
Right. Also,
but the Jews go to hell. Like, that's a big part of it.
After they go to Israel, they go to hell.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, they have to be in Jerusalem, but just so it's, like, easier for them to get to hell. Like, it's not...
You'd like this. The benefactor sent me some anti-Israeli stuff today that he liked.
Oh, what was it?
Roger Waters.
Here's the thing. It's complicated. It's not. It is.
It is complicated.
It is. It's very complicated.
It's very complicated.
It's very complicated.
I'm very anti-foisting Western narratives onto that conflict. It is not the same as France versus Britain. It is not the same as U.S. versus Germany. It's just not.
Yeah.
It just isn't.
It's just a very,
It's very Eurocentric to try to do so.
Yeah. I will say it like, something I have noticed, and I think, like, APAC honoring Pat Robertson is, like, a classic example of this, is, like, even people in my family, like, there are people in my family who are always going to be, like, diehard Israel supporters, and then there are a lot of people in my family who are, like, more so, like, I don't like the Israeli government, but, like, I still think there should be a place for, you know, it's, like, they have, like, a more, like, complicated relationship to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my family members who are in that position are becoming, like, increasingly more and more, like, oh, this whole thing is bad.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, that's the thing, that's what's frustrating about APAC. It's, like, if the point of APAC is to, like, support and uplift Israel, like, you are literally abandoning American Jews, and, like, you're just going to lose support of all American Jews. But they've done the calculus, and this is why they're uplifting Pat Robertson. It's like, they don't need American Jews
to save Israel.
They can just, they're in bed with fucking white nationalists who actually fucking hate Jews because they support Israel. And so it's like, okay, well, we know what your motives are. And that's a flop.
Yeah, it's a flop. My big belief is in Jewish self-determination. That's where it begins and ends for me. It's everything that was foisted upon that conversation that has now complicated it, that has made it so we can't, it isn't only about Jewish self-determination. It is a bummer
that Jews weren't, like, because there were other places. I mean, in general, I'm against, like, borders.
Right.
And so that's just kind of, like, you know.
Yeah.
But it is a bummer that they didn't just stick Jews and, like, that. Like, there were other ideas of where to put the Jews.
Right.
I'm like, there were other places that would maybe cause us problems.
There may be other places that cause us problems.
But it's not fair. It's
it would also be great if I don't know. It would also be great if radical religion just wasn't as big of a factor in this for both Jews and Muslims.
Yeah. Well,
radical religion on both sides is fucking it up a lot, complicating it a lot.
Well, a lot of it is just, like, colonialism is a problem, and, like, you can't undo the years of colonialism that have existed in that land. Mm-hmm. And that's, like, that goes back even before, you know, it's like the Ottoman Empire is an entity. Like, that was a colonialist project. And I think that gets, like, kind of, it's like they were actively, like, invading and, like,
they were an invasive
land.
Species.
Well, I'm not going to say.
The Ottomans?
But it's like all empires of that era were, like, actively, like,
invasive
like,
species.
they were going into Africa and, like,
no, the Romans did it. The Greeks did it.
Like,
the Ottomans did it. The Byzantines did it.
Yeah, like, every empires, just, like, same thing with, like, nation states. It's like anything that exists to protect, defend, and expand your border is gonna have problems.
Yeah, that I can get down with, and that is what's happened. I do think that trying to define a country by, like, Jewish text is also problematic, and I think having one of your main arguments be like Jews should just not exist and we should wipe them off the face of the earth, and that it's not until then that our job is done is also problematic. Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini.
We're gonna get a fatwa.
Taped live in Indiana.
straight boyfriends during Pride.
Oh, straight boyfriends during Pride. Ugh. It is a flop.
Really?
It is a flop.
Yeah. Well, I think, like, straight boyfriends at Pride. What do you think about that?
Oh, they can come. I'm pro anyone who's down with it to celebrate it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I've been to Greek festivals. You know what I mean? Like, I've been, like, it's fun to go support cultural. And just, like, be immersed in a culture.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, who are the biggest threat to gay people? Straight men. Mm-hmm. So, like, having allies.
Yeah. If anything,
we're making the world safer for gays by dating straight men.
Kind of.
But mostly, yeah.
Are you, like, disappointed in yourself?
No, I'm not hard on myself for that because, like, I think it's important to be able to separate my identity from the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really dangerous to feel like you need to identify a certain way sexually or otherwise because of trends.
Yeah.
Like, that's mob mentality straight up.
Yeah.
So, like, it's also performative.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is, like, I don't like when people are like, it's so much easier to date women. Because, like, it's not.
I don't even have, like, a big opinion on that. It's just more like, I'm dating someone who I love right now. Yeah. And, like, the whole movement is about how that is enough.
Yeah.
You're with someone who you love, and there doesn't need to be explanation beyond that.
Right. Yeah.
As far as sexuality goes.
Like, a lot of the problems I had, like, the difficulties I've had in dating, for the most part, like, it's been consistent, whether it's, like, with a woman or with a man or, like, with someone else. Like, it has been, like...
It's human issues.
Like, difficulty being vulnerable, that is true. Like, that has been true with the women I've dated, and that is also true with the men I've dated. Mm-hmm. And, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the only thing that's, like, easier for me... I think that it's easier for me to, like, pick activities to do when I'm dating women.
Right, because...
That's, like, literally it. That's literally
the Venn diagram overlaps.
They're more eager to go with me to farmers markets. Mm-hmm. They're more eager to go with me to do, like, silly things.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't know.
Just, like, little ritualistic shit.
Yeah. Like, it's easier for me to plan activities because I, in general, like, activities are like, a little more femme-coded.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so... They go to the mall with me a little bit more gleefully.
Right. But like...
Other than that,
but,
it's, like,
you don't feel as safe when they walk into your car.
I don't know.
So, like, there's trade-offs to everything.
There's trade-offs, yeah.
But, no, I mean, for, like, the vibes, like, we're not as cool because of it. You know?
I will say, like, this is my first Pride not being single ever.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, I'm curious to see how that's going to, like, change my experience.
It's so funny. The last Pride I went to, which was 2 years ago, I was in my last relationship.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to hook up with a girl. Like, I just want to make out with a girl. Should be easy. Should be.
It wasn't?
I didn't. I tried.
Wow. That's
Either
crazy.
the people that I would, like, really vibe with ended up being straight. And I was like, get out of my face. Or just not interested. Yeah, I kind of strike out with girls.
Yeah.
I think they can tell.
What do you mean?
That misogyny lives in me.
I used to be pretty successful.
Yeah. It's funny because my other friend, who's very femme also, who came out during the pandemic and is now in a lovely gay relationship. She used to be, so I would go out with her to try to, like, cruise for girls. And I wasn't out. And she would fuck it up every time.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what it is about us. Millennials. I think it's harder for millennials than Gen Z.
Yeah. I think for me, it's, like, also, like, the environment. It's just, like, you lean into it.
She also told me that, because I told her that you think I'm fatphobic. And she also told me that you have to be easier on me because you don't know what it was like growing up as a millennial, where being skinny was everything. where Abercrombie was it.
Was very much in that era, though.
But you...
I didn't grow up. I was, like, I was, like, in college by the time, like, body positivity was, like, real.
Okay.
Like, Lizzo, I was in college.
Lizzo, I was out of college.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of the body stuff happens in high school and, like, school.
I just think right now you're not, like, holding space. And not, like, listening.
Well, I think it's, like...
To, like, how... My experience.
Have you read Roxanne Gay?
Also, you were I was in the Midwest. Bad feminist, yes.
Yeah. I feel like that, like, stuff like that helped me, like... I think it's, like, really... Like, growing up, people would always tell me I was too skinny. And, like, that made me feel very insecure.
Oh, people always said that, comment on how skinny I was. I was like, thank you for noticing.
Really? Like, even when you were a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Did they say it in a way that was, like, judgy, though? Because, like, it was, like, very judgy.
Even if people did, I liked it.
Really?
I remember being 8 years old, first time I decided that my least favorite part of my body was my inner thighs.
Wow. That's... Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's been always.
Yeah. Because I was not insecure about my... Like... Yeah, literally, it really was, like, people around me would just tell me all the time that I, like, didn't eat enough, even though I ate a lot. Mm. And, like, that was, like, really, they were, like, always, like, even, like, now, it, like, like, my grandma, it's so weird, like, my grandma, like, switched, where it's, like, when I was younger, I was always, like, so worried that I wasn't eating enough, so worried I wasn't eating enough, and then when I was in, like, high school / college, it was, like, okay, you're good, like, you're eating, not even, like, she's never made me feel like I was, like, fat or anything, but it's, like, always, like, oh, no, you are really healthy, and, like, you eat a good amount. And then
but you can tell that there's people keeping tabs.
Recently, she's gone back to the, like, you're not eating enough, which I'm like, what? I literally eat
a normal amount.
A good amount of food. Yeah. Like, when I was just, like, on a trip with my, like, entire family, and she was, like, we were at this Chinese restaurant, and she had ordered, like, a shrimp and broccoli dish, and she was, like, trying to get me to eat the, like, broccoli that was, like, on the shrimp, and I don't eat any, like, fish or meat, and I'm, like, allergic to fish, and I was like, this is so, I'm not allergic to shrimp, but, like, I've never eaten it in my life. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat, like, your broccoli that was, like, in a shrimp.
It's interesting watching women of, like, older generations project also, their relationships with food. So much.
Like, I'd eaten, like, an entree and then, like, shared, like, 2 or 3 appetizers. Like, I'd eaten, like, plenty of food. I was like, why are you, like, attacking me right now? But I think that's a big part of it for me was, like, literally just, like, from the time I was, like, very little. It was, like, you're not eating enough, like, da-da-da-da-da. And then, like, boys bullied me in middle school for being skinny. Or, like, not having, like, boobs.
Oh, not having boobs. That makes sense.
Or, like, no, like, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense as to why. When I was, like, in 5th grade, I was like, you can see my ribs. Yeah, it's always been a part of me. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be strong and healthy.
Yeah. It's really hard. I'll say that. Like, it's really, really hard. And, like, it's a lifelong, like, journey. And I think that, like, some of it, like, honestly, and this goes back to, like, the toxic positivity thing, like, in some, like, and I'm not, like, this is not groundbreaking, a lot of people said this, but I think, like, what helped me kind of reframe it was, like, instead of thinking about, like, body positivity, it's just, like, body neutrality, where it's, like, I love myself, or whatever. I do, I love myself, and I feel, like, confident in myself, and, like, obviously that is not all, like, there are days where I, like, think I look horrible, or, like, where I am insecure about my body, but, like, at the end of the day, it's, like, I do try to think about, like, okay, I do try to think, like, my body does everything I need it to do. Mm-hmm. And,
yeah,
like,
I will say, yeah, it might not sound like it, but I've come a long way, especially, like, from high school and college years. It used to be way, way, way worse.
Oh, yeah.
I would, yeah. I'm just, like, trying to think of how Sarah then would be reacting to Sarah now's body. She would have freaked out. And, like, I'm not there, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I am really grateful that I am healthy and, like, I have someone who also is very affirming of, you know, that they find me attractive and don't think there's anything that needs to change, and that's helpful and nice.
I think it's also, I think it's hard because, like, no one really prepares you for how much your body's going to change over time.
Oh, my God. And how much your body's reaction to things is different over time.
And, like, because, like, you get talked about puberty and, like, how your body might change for puberty, but then it's, like, if anything, my body changed less, like, during puberty than it did, like, ages, like, 18 to 22.
Yeah.
Or, like, even, like, now.
And then
like,
again, 22 to, like, 28.
Yeah.
Lots of changes.
And so it's, like, I think that can be really hard, too, where it's, like, you're just not prepared for, like, that change.
And now that there's, like, Ozempic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting, like, as this kind of, like, skinny culture
comes back,
like, the impact I'm really nervous about it. Because I've, like, even started to notice myself, like, be a little bit more critical of my body. And I'm like, fuck, I really don't want that energy in my life. Yeah, we'll all have to be a little bit more intentional about it. Yeah. I'm like, I speak so much more healthily about my body when I am liking my body. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which means, I've seen all the things, it's like, is it really self-love if you don't love yourself unless you look a certain way and all that stuff? Like, I know, I get it. I get it all intellectually. I have no answers. I just come as I am. I think it's okay to, like, acknowledge. I think also it's, like, I never want you to feel, like, that I'm shaming you because that's not.
No, I know you're never shaming. That's not the goal
because it's also, like, I don't. Yeah, because it's not, like, that's not helpful either, where it's, like, there's nothing wrong with feeling. Like, if anything, we've been, like, socialized to think this way for so long. And it's, like, really hard to undo that.
Yeah. No, I don't feel like you're shaming me. But you are the first person to call me fat phobic.
Really?
Yeah. To my face.
What?
Do you want to do mine?
Oh my god, I have so many.
Do you?
Kinda.
Oh my god, my mom just texted me I'm watching The Ultimatum. Strappin'.
I need to watch.
It's a wild ride.
This episode, I'm like, this episode of this is, like, so deep at points.
This episode that we just did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
It's also frivolous. Our
I
game
love
is
it.
silly.
I love friv.
That's us.
I love a friv.
Mine comp of the week was that I opened for someone who's on SNL, and they're Latin, and
who could it be?
They really didn't fuck with me, and, like, weren't mean, but very, like, intentionally leaving me out of the green room vibe. Yeah. And I think it's because I am a no sabo Mexican, which I learned is a term that means, like, Mexicans who, like, don't know Spanish, so they don't know that you don't say no sabo, you say no say, which I do know that, okay? But I'm a no sabo Mexican, and I think I've been starting to learn more and more how much that pisses some people off. And there's nothing I can do about it. It's not my fault.
Yeah. And we've also, like, talked about the complexity there.
Yeah, it's not my fault. Also, yeah, keep flexing on your colonizer language. Okay? Spanish is also a colonizer language. English is a colonizer language. True. My abuela grew up speaking actual Otomi Aztec derivative language, so fuck off. Thank you. Yeah. That's Mein Kampf, is that people are trying to put me in a box. And you can't measure my worth.
You can't put Sarah Louise in a box.
You cannot put Sarah Louise in a box. And also, I did really well on those shows, so it was also like, yeah, have some respect. Also, I'm older than you.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
By 3 years.
That's insane.
Like, also, like, yeah. And anytime that he wasn't in the room, like, because he was on stage and it was just, like, his representation and stuff, I got along great with everybody.
That's crazy.
I was in the room with Logan Paul's agent.
That night?
That night was crazy. I took notes of all the things that they were saying. They were like, do you want to prank call Amber Heard right now? They're like, fuck that bitch. I was like, Hollywood's a crazy place.
That's insane.
Yeah. I was like, wow, I'm going to do so well that, like, they're going to be like, hey, do you have representation? That didn't happen.
Wow.
If I would have been skinnier, I think maybe. Or screw that night, big mistake. So that was Mein Kampf. What was your Mein Kampf, Sam?
Honestly, I have many. Some are not for the camera.
Okay.
But
what are the camera ones?
The camera ones are... I'm trying to think of, like, honestly, one of my biggest, like, confs of late is, I can't talk about that either.
Oh my gosh.
I know I have so many, like, secrets. Not really. You know about most of them, but.
I will say I'm getting really overwhelmed by everyone's secrets right now. It seems like everyone is becoming more and more secretive at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
I will say my secrets are camera secrets. They're not. They're all things you know. And, like, things that you can talk about with people.
But I've just noticed, like, especially in our friend group, it feels like we're always dancing around secrets, and I'm starting to get really annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, if there's secrets, then I shouldn't even know that there's secrets.
I feel that too. I'm like, please don't.
And, huh?
Like, sometimes it's just like, please don't tell me. Except for, like, some things, but yeah.
You can tell me, but what I'm getting frustrated with is with people being like, so there's this secret, right? And, like, involving me in, like, implicating me in the understanding that there is a secret that I cannot be part of. I'm like, then don't talk about it.
Yeah. That's really frustrating.
Then find a way to work around it, because now I know there's a secret. It's like when someone is like, I'm not going to tell you about the movie. I'm not going to tell you anything about the movie, but there's a twist. And I'm like, that is something about the movie.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I know. Yeah, where you're like, well, you're revealing a lot.
Yeah. Like,
even
you didn't tell me what the twist is.
By revealing nothing, you're revealing a lot.
Right. You didn't tell the secret, but you told me there's a secret. So now I know there's a secret.
So I know what I'm looking for, which is, like, not fair. Yeah. My conf of the week is that I haven't known that it's June. Like, in my brain, it's still May because I've been, like, so overwhelmed. And
you've been
like,
so busy.
I've literally, like, haven't had a second to breathe. Like, literally last night, I, like, had to choose me. Mm-hmm. I was like, I need to just eat ramen and talk to no one. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that's, like, my biggest conf is, like, I've had, like, pretty much no time to just, like, unwind. And it felt really nice.
You should learn from me.
Yeah,
I'm really good at choosing
my other conf is, like, honestly, like, having a job.
Yeah, I'm so over
I'm, like, really need to, I think in general, like, this past month has just been, like, a lot, and, like, I just need to take time to, like, figure out where my priorities are, and, like.
Katie Thurston talking about her OnlyFans really.
I wish I could have an OnlyFans. I just don't think I can be an OnlyFans girl.
I think I can be an OnlyFans girl. I just don't, why I won't do it is the same reason why I don't do a lot of things, and it's because I think that I'd really put myself out there and then fail.
I think you'd be great.
I think that maybe objectively, I don't think I'd get the numbers. Numbers are never on my side.
What if you did, like, collab stuff with Katie to start?
I would be down. There's nothing in it for her.
Friendship.
Again, very little in it for her.
No. In it for her. In it for her. Your friendship is magic.
Oh, that's really nice. But, no, but you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking when I was like, we could do cross-product collaboration. But.
Okay, so we're going to start we're going to start a Choose One Get OnlyFans.
I would love.
You know how much hate we'll get?
That's fine. I don't give a fuck. We get hate as it is. I feel this world hating me constantly.
Could we start an OnlyFans where it's just, like, us, like, yelling at people? Because, like, some people, that's their, like, kink, is, like, someone yelling at them.
In, like, a bathing suit?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll do anything for easy money. I'm sick of doing stupid the revolution is coming.
Yeah.
You cannot keep us all doing this shit for this pay for this long. I'm not kidding. When I moved here, my apartment was $825 for my side of the rent. The other person paid that much money. It has doubled in the last 5 years. Wages have grown by what? Yeah. On average, 3%. This is so fucked up.
That was, like, one of my actual conferences. Like, I professionally have been, like, trying to, like, move to the next level.
Yeah, you're in flux.
Or, like, figure out what the next steps are for me. And, like,
it sucks that money's a factor.
/ also, like, I just want to be, like, I'm someone where it's, like, I have to be moving around all the time. Not, like, cities, but, like, I can't do one thing for too long. And I, like, that is something that I tried to work on because it used to be I could only do one thing for 3 months. Mm-hmm. And I get bored. But I think I have finally gotten to a place in my life where I figured out how to, like, stick with things or, like,
create pockets
and, like, figure out how to, like, maintain. But I'm definitely someone where it's like I need that next, like, professionally I'm ready for like a next step.
Mm-hmm.
And I just haven't figured out what that is yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been giving me a lot of like anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I just like don't no longer relate to the professional life.
Yeah.
I no longer subscribe to it except as a means for me to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is freeing in some ways and also like shitty.
It's subsidizing the fact that I'm not good at hustling in my craft. You know what I mean? Like there's some people that I've just like watched who are just like really excellent hustlers.
Yeah.
And I'm not that. Like so I was talking to Short Jake. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
I met him for the first time on a show on Friday, and he was talking about how he produces a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and he's like, the great thing is that it is like a way to make money in comedy. And I'm like, that's not even a factor when I think about the calculus. I hate producing, and that's enough for me. I don't care if there's money.
But there isn't really even that much money unless you
if
like
you do
go
it
hard.
well. And that's what I'm saying. If you hustle, you can. If you have a weekly show, like, but I don't want to hustle.
Yeah.
I just want to be an artist. I was meant to be in like a gay man in Athens, Greece.
I sometimes have this feeling of like, if only my life could have just been like I was meant to just like, I don't know, curate art.
I love the olden days where it's like, I am a cobbler.
Yeah.
I am a baker.
But it's like, it's easy to like romanticize that.
Yeah. But even when, I think I said this, when I was working in finance, I remember like watching like the janitors come in and like vacuum, like, that looks so nice. Like they just know what their job is. You know what I mean? Like the job is very straightforward. No one's yelling at them. There aren't like things out of left field that are really hard to like try to navigate without stepping on toes or messing things up. I like simplicity when it comes to work.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm like the opposite. Like I have to be like really stimulated or I'm like so bored that I find it to be impossible.
I only like being stimulated if I genuinely find it interesting. That's the thing I think with you is that you're in a job where you genuinely care. You like policy. You care about the gay community. You care about like your civic duty and all of that. I'm not in a job where I care about even one iota. Right. Not even one iota. And I've never been in a job where I care about even one iota. Yeah. So it's hard. And I've been thinking about going after a job where I would really care at the La Jolla Playhouse. And that, I'm like, I'm scared to have a job that I care about because that means now I have to add something else into the mix that I give my energy like that to. And I don't know that I can. Yeah. So for right now, having a job that I don't care about at all that underpays me but is very easy for my brain to do is going to have to do. Yeah. And the thing about your issue is that you will find the best middle ground and you will be successful. Thank you. You will be. It's just right now you're in flux and that's always so annoying. Yeah. But yeah, you'll be great. You'll be great. You've set yourself up very well to follow your dreams and to do well.
That's the crazy thing. I just don't have a dream.
But I mean, like,
no, I know what you mean, though.
To explore what it means to follow your dreams or whatever. You know, like to like.
I wish I had like. This is my goal. This is what I want. This is what I'm going after. Yeah, I know, because I just like don't. It's like I struggle to make decisions about what to do next because I don't know what comes after. Yeah. Which is fine, but it's like it's easier for me to be like, well, I like where I'm at right now. It's like maybe I'll just stay, but then it's like, but there are all these things that I don't, and so then I have to like I wish there was kind of like that fire under me, and I have that like drive, like I really want to be good at everything that I do, and that is like, and so, and I love comedy, I love doing like podcasts and like all my like creative pursuits like that, I have such a passion for, but I don't have that like explicit like I'm doing all of this now to get to this place, and then similarly like in work it's like I like my day-to-day and like I like learning and like pushing myself and like I work really hard, but then it's like I do have this kind of, like, sense of, like, okay, but, like, there's this part of me that's, like, well, there's just, like, part of me that's, like, I need more than this. Mm-hmm. Because I've, like, figured out how to be good at this, and so I'm ready to be good at the next thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Not that there isn't room to grow, but yeah, I just want a challenge. In both spaces. Like, I think I'm, like, feeling like artistically I'm ready for, like, a new challenge. And I want to be pushing myself more than I am. Like, I'm like, okay, I've figured out, like I want to be writing more. I'm, like, bored of the material I'm doing. Yeah.
It's funny because I think I've just gotten my 10 to a place where I really, really like it and know how to work it, which means now it's time to start abandoning it in some ways, which is maybe one of my least favorite things about stand-up comedy is, like, right when you start feeling happy, it means it's time to get uncomfortable again.
Yeah. Which is beautiful and shitty.
We've been really real this episode.
I know. I'm like, we really were like, fuck toxic positivity. And then we're like,
So
and then we're like,
this isn't a comedy podcast tonight.
It really, I don't know that any of it is going to make anyone laugh.
And to me, and the idea of us not making you laugh makes me laugh.
We'll tackle on the game.
Oh yeah. We had our first live show. We had Tatiana Gucci and Brandon Potter participate in a live game at Mike Drop in San Diego. They absolutely slayed it. Take a look.
Because this is Two Jews, One Gay, and if we do anything here, it's games. That is all we do. And so we have a little game prepared.
This is going to be the Gay Olympics. Tatiana Gucci, lesbian, versus Brandon Potter, gay man, where we ask them questions where the answers are completely objective and of our opinion. So let's welcome back Tatiana Gucci and Brandon Potter.
Are you ready to represent your sexuality?
Yes, poorly.
Okay, so we have some hard-hitting questions. Tatiana, you're gonna go first, okay? As a lesbian, how would you end homelessness?
Let them eat cake. Yeah.
Brandon, as a gay man.
You're not gonna ask me as a lesbian?
How would you end homelessness?
Ooh. Kill all straight people. Yeah. Kill all straight people. Starting with Mike Pence. Nah, he's not straight.
That round goes to gay, I think. Yeah. Go gay.
All right, each of you. Tatiana, what is your top queer iconic movie?
Ooh, god damn, I'm not gonna represent us well at all. Does it count if the lead was a man and I identified with him?
Yeah.
Okay, that awkward moment.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Magic Mike. I was like, what? What's happening?
No.
That awkward moment.
I haven't even seen that many dicks in my actual life.
Okay. Brandon, top queer iconic movie?
Okay. I love movies. I don't know why, but like Mommy Dearest comes to mind. That's like my favorite movie. I watch it every Mother's Day. Believe it or not, like my parents actually used to love watching that movie with me when I was a little kid, and they would always be like, "See, we don't abuse you that bad," and I would like start crying, and I'd be like, "Well, at least Tina gets to wear pretty dresses." Anyways, I went off on a tangent there.
That was a close call. Yeah. We'll have to decide later. Okay, this is a big one. Who should be the first gay president? Brandon, do you want to go first?
Me.
I'm gonna have to give it to the gays, RuPaul. Yeah, because hell yeah.
I can't wait for those Not My President posters. Those will be fabulous. Next question. When we eat the rich, are we eating the rich gays too?
No, because one of them might want to date me.
Oh.
And I'm leaving that on the table.
You gotta get your bag.
Yeah.
Brandon, are we eating the rich gays?
I need them to pay my electric bill.
We are not eating the rich gays, it sounds like. It sounds unanimous up here.
We're on the same, yeah.
The gays are saved. I get it. How many abortions are you personally responsible for?
Well, can I go first?
Yes.
Are we talking about gay abortion? All right. The limit does not exist. No. Well, you know, as a gay guy, I feel like a lot of gays can relate. Especially when I was younger, a lot of my like girlfriends that got pregnant by their boyfriends like were too embarrassed to go buy Plan B or whatever, or to go to the clinic, and so I would usually chauffeur them to facilitate the. It's a lot of abortions. Yeah, I've killed a lot of. All right. This is not that.
Absolutely none. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
better than you.
I'm vegan though, so I'm still a better person than all of you.
Next question. Mommy issues or daddy issues, and why?
I kind of have both.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Gotta pick one. Who fucked you up more?
My mom is well, I guess I'd have to say my mom. Maybe that's why Mommy Dearest is my favorite movie. She's like kind of chilling out as she's getting older, thank fucking God. But she's still fucking crazy. Alright. Without going into details.
Low key, I think I might have daddy issues because I make all my girls call me daddy.
Oh.
So it might be daddy.
That's the tell. I don't know if you guys can tell by my set, but it's also mommy issues for me. And I think Sam has mommy issues, but for my mom also.
This is my favorite question of the night. Are you okay with guns if the safes you keep them in are rainbow?
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. Whoop. Good catch. Yeah, definitely. I feel like all guns should be like made out of rainbows, and only the rainbow people should own guns.
I was gonna say the same thing. I think only gay people should have guns.
We need to arm all the trans people. We need to arm all the drag queens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want every drag queen to like be fucking
That's
having
your
an
political
AK-47. Yeah.
That's your political stance. Yeah.
I want to see drag queens doing a death drop while holding an AK-47. Yes, while lip syncing to fucking Cher or some shit.
I have to change my past answer. Him for president immediately.
Is this LGBTQ unity happening?
Yeah.
Assuming you need both of these, but can only hire one, do you choose the lesbian makeup artist or gay carpenter?
Oh.
It is like totally confused my brain. Does not compute. What? I was trying to like visualize a lesbian makeup artist. I was just like imagining flannel. nice shady flannel.
Yeah, we have multiple pockets. Can carry everything in his
Would you rather Brandon do your carpentry or Tatiana do your makeup? I guess is the question.
Whoa. If I do your carpentry, I'm gonna say the word. We're gonna die.
Yeah, the worst that could happen is that you just look really awful. That's the worst.
Lesbians they can follow a step-by-step manual, so
That's
I
true.
think we did that one to the
That's true.
lesbians.
Yeah, if you're asking me specifically, no, I'm gonna fuck you up. And you're not.
Okay, this is another scenario for you. You're a high school teacher in the state of Florida. And the fabulous future twink who is starring as Joseph in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat comes out to you. But you're in Florida. Don't say gay there, you know? What do you do?
All right. Wait, how old is this kid again?
16
Okay.
years old.
All right.
Bright future.
Knowing what I know now, I would say, hey kid, just keep it quiet until you can get the fuck out of this bitch. For whatever reason, I don't know why I'm there. But I'd say, write me. Come get me when you've made it out.
We can be pen pals. You said, shut up, but we can be pen pals.
Yeah. Be safe first. Make it out.
That's good. That's sweet. Shit. Fuck. Oh. I was thinking about Florida. I would probably take that kid to Disneyland. You know, a safe space in that fucking hellscape.
Hey kid, want to go to Epcot? Our next question, would you rather serve cunt or be mother?
What the fuck did you just say?
Gen Z wrote this question, and it was me.
Are those good things?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, can you repeat one more time?
Would you rather serve cunt
You're serving cunt.
or be mother? I feel so young right now.
I feel like
Brandon, can you translate, please?
I feel like I'm serving cunt right now.
And I feel like I'm mother.
Huh. This is hard.
Do you want an easier one?
Yeah,
We got an easier one, okay?
okay.
We have an MFK situation. A classic motherfuck kill. Mary fuck kill.
She went off the rails.
Mary fuck kill. RuPaul. Wendy Williams. Cher.
Count them.
Okay.
We're
well,
judging you right now.
I would kill Wendy Williams. I love her, but I mean, I'm not gonna kill Cher or RuPaul.
At this point with Wendy, it might be like putting a dog down, like maybe she might need it. She might need it.
And then, even though RuPaul's got that fracking money, that ain't shit compared to Cher's money, so yeah, I'm gonna marry Cher, and I'm sure RuPaul's probably got a big dick, so I'll fuck RuPaul.
Okay. I have to think very hard. Okay, I would have to kill. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to kill Cher.
The right choice.
She's
Don't
like
touch
90.
Wendy Williams.
Right, she's lived a full life.
And she just had that young buck. She's got, that was her swan song, her farewell. I got it.
You know, and then I'd have to. Ugh. This is hard. Okay. I mean, just by default, I'd have to fuck Wendy Williams. But I want it to be abundantly clear. I fuck women, okay?
That's gonna be like some party and play sex with Wendy Williams. Okay.
And then I would marry RuPaul. Yeah. That feels like the right answer.
On his land in Montana.
Yes.
Just right into the sunset.
Rub his bald head till he sleeps, hopefully.
You're fucking RuPaul, not.
You just put Ambien in his coffee or his tea every night. You're like, go to sleep, Dad. Go to sleep. All right, this is the last one. It's your freshman year of college. You have 4 choices of roommates. They're James Corden, Ellen DeGeneres, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Lena Dunham. Who do you choose?
God.
A whole year, twin beds, a mini fridge.
I would have to pick. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the least annoying out of the 4, in my opinion, would be Lena Dunham.
The least annoying? All right, Tatiana, blow our minds, please.
I I would go James Corden.
Oh my God! They lose. They both lose. It goes to the straights. This is 2 Jews, 2 straight women now.
Our answers are giving very straight opinions.
But that's been our game, everyone. You guys tied. Thank you so much for doing that.
It's like free therapy for me. I love talking about my mom.
All right, guys, that's been our show. Thank you so much. Listen to our podcast, 2 Jews, 1 Gay.
YouTube, Amazon,
Spotify, Apple.
everywhere you podcast.
Yeah,
Please
listen to it.
listen, watch it, like it, subscribe, all the things. We love you.
Have a great night.